Good morning. It's Saturday of my first week of the 50 days to 50 countdown to my 50th birthday. And I am by myself today. Most episodes will not just be me, but this one is. So I have a segment of a video that I put together last week in lieu of a blog post. So when I send out a Sunday newsletter, I almost always have a new blog post in it. And last week I just thought, I cannot write anything. So I put together, I don't know, a 10-minute video, whatever. And then I took a segment of it that I'm going to play for you right now. And then we're going to have a conversation. And I really hope it turns into a conversation. So let me pull this up and I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
I guess where I'm sitting right now is, what am I doing? There's a level of frustration. There's a level of uncertainty. There's a level of, what am I not doing right? That creeps in on a really consistent basis. And the challenge is, I think I'm doing a lot of things really right. So then why isn't it landing? And I'm wondering if you feel that way too. Are you showing up in the world, at your job, as a parent, as a spouse, as a friend, as an entrepreneur, as a whatever you want to call it, whatever part of your life you're doing this? Are you showing up and it just doesn't seem to matter? We're all trying all this stuff all the time. And I just wonder what you're doing about feeling like you're running on this wheel of improvement and not seeing a lot of payoff for the work you're doing.
Okay. So really, send some thoughts on this if you have them immediately or if you have them as I continue to talk, because you know what I realized watching myself, like that's a lot of me. Even for me, that's a lot of me. So as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today in this run up to 50, I wanted to show you, these are the books I checked out from the library last weekend for the week. Spellbound, Modern Science, Ancient Magic, and the Hidden Potential of the Unconscious Mind. This is not a book about Benedict Cumberbatch, the joy of loving something, anything, like your life depends on it. North and South, because I just rewatched the series by Elizabeth Gaskell and I'd never read the book. Ready, How to Know When to Go and When to Stay. And Brighter by the Day, Waking Up to New Hopes and Dreams. And that's pretty typical of what a week of books looks like for me. This super self-help world that I don't even really want to be in, but have found myself in. Certainly find myself reading excessively and almost obsessively, constantly trying to find the thing, the trick, the tip, the it factor that's going to take me from here to here. And I don't know. I don't know quite what to do with it because it's not working exactly. Certainly not working to the extent I'd like it to work. So then I was thinking about a podcast I was on recently called The Winding Road with Travis Scott, a friend of mine. And we talked about social media and the perceived value versus the actual value and all of that. And I kind of haven't been able to shake that since since we had that conversation. Because I think so much of what's happening is there's 12 million options all the time at any given moment. Which one should you pursue? How should you do it? Should you be strategic? Should you be honest? Should you put on a facade? Should you, do hard things? Should you live your best life? Should you be awkward, brave, and kind? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So I really want to know what you think, because I feel like as I'm moving into this significant age of 50, wouldn't it be great to stop wondering about all this garbage? Wouldn't it be great to just be? And I just don't really know how to do that. Hence the 12,000 books and the podcasts and the blog posts and the this and the that and the striving and the searching. And I'd love to know where you're at. So Alice writes, great perspective. When those thoughts come up, I have been trying to be intentional to ask myself if I'm really spending my energy on the right thing. If results aren't coming, have I been patient to give the improvement action time? Yes or no? Then either proceed forward or turn the corner onto a new path. Oh, Alice, thanks for that. Turn the corner onto a new path. So I said this a little bit in the longer video last week, and some of you know this, but Dr. Mary and I are ending Daily Dose in 4 weeks for that very reason. I feel like 2.5 years is definitely giving it a fair shake. It's not like we did 6 episodes and said, well, no one's watching. It's not growing. It hasn't reached 1 million people. Let's be done. 2.5 years will be almost 400 episodes by the time we're done. That feels like we gave that the old college try. This stuff, this Dana Del Val stuff, spark stuff. I'm not ready to turn the corner yet, Alice, but I wonder. So I know that Alice, because I know her just a little bit, works in the tech world and perhaps has, obviously has side gigs and passions as well. I just don't know them. But I'd be really curious to know, how often do you actually say, yeah, I tried this and I'm setting it down? Or anybody else, this dream pursuit and plan of action pursuit is great when it works, and it's infuriating when it doesn't. And it's a little bit, I think, like weight loss, also a middle-age challenge. Remember being 20 and thinking, I'd like to lose 5 pounds. I'll just have a grapefruit for breakfast. Now, you and I all know we did not lose 5 pounds by only eating a grapefruit, but 5 pounds came off. Doesn't matter what kind of weight it was. It came off. Today, you can't get 1 pound off if you eat 4 calories a day. What is going on? So there is some betrayal, I'm going to use, of our bodies, our minds, our effort. Stuff just doesn't seem to come as easily as it used to. And yet, if you're in this age range or older, I think this is the best time of our lives in terms of what we have to offer. I have more to offer today than I've ever had to offer. I've lived more. I've been banged up more. I've failed more. I've tried more. I have things to offer, but I can't figure out how to crack that ceiling to get to a place where it seems like it's going to go from here to here. So I just think that the theme for today is what happens when you're on this wheel of intention, wheel of action, wheel of dreaming, and it feels like you're just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and going nowhere. A really dear friend of mine who's going to be a guest with me later on in this journey called me after she watched the video on Sunday, and she said, I'm totally there with you. So she's not there professionally. She's there in her relationship. I'm there professionally, not in my relationship. My relationship is incredible. But we were talking about feeling like we're treading water. Always treading water. Well, you don't move when you tread water. You don't sink, but you don't move. And it's exhausting. Remember being in swimming lessons and people were like, oh, just tread water. It's so relaxing. Yeah, I don't think so, but whatever. And then my friend said something really incredible. She said, what if we stopped treading water and started to sink? And what we realized is that the ground is right there. And that when we put our feet down, we can stand in the water. What if we've been fighting water, believing that the bottom is miles away when it's actually right there? And that's not seeing bottom as a bad thing. That's seeing bottom as a foundation. What if it's right there? And you can just plant your feet, and take a break. That's what I've been thinking about all week. And I've been thinking about all the things that I am striving to do in the books and all the things, and whether or not that's actually serving me. Maybe I'm just treading water, and what I need to do is trust that if I stop and plant my feet, I won't drown. I'll be able to take a deep breath because the water will be here, not here. Easy to say, easy to build into a nice packaged lesson. Much, much, much harder to do. Alice adds, how often do we or should we step off the wheel? Maybe that is where life is at. I don't know the answer either. Things definitely aren't as easy as they used to be. That's so true. Alice, do you feel better knowing that we're in this camp together, or worse? I don't know. Sure feels like a lot of people have this stuff figured out. All right, I think that's enough for today. We're going to a dinner party tonight, and I have already asked the guests if they will join me for a conversation that I will air tomorrow. So it will not just be me. Alice feels absolutely better being together. All right, Alice, I will see you on Absolutely Better, and I will say I feel better too, in part because I just appreciate that you've been watching and engaging. Alice says, in this together. Absolutely. All right. That's going to be a new hashtag that I add to 50 Days of 50. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some answers to some questions from some 50-plus-year-olds, and I will see you then. Have a great day. Maybe take 1 hour off the wheel today and just plant your feet and trust that you'll be okay. Because after all, Alice and you and I are in this together. See you tomorrow. Bye.